Disaster training, hurricanes. Welcome. Thank you for taking this training. This is one of many trainings that are designed to help all members of the Nonotuck community prepare for the unexpected. Hurricanes. Hurricanes are massive storm systems that form over warm ocean waters and move toward land. Potential threats from hurricanes include powerful winds, heavy rainfall, storm surges, coastal and inland flooding, rip currents, tornadoes, and landslides. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, and hurricanes do occur with some frequency in New England. Hurricanes can happen along any U.S. coast or in any territory in the Atlantic or Pacific Oceans. Hurricanes can affect areas more than 100 miles inland and are most active in September. If you are under a hurricane warning, find safe shelter right away. Determine how best to protect yourself from high winds and flooding, evacuate if told to do so, and take refuge in a designated storm shelter or an interior room for high winds. Listen for emergency information and alerts. Only use generators outdoors and away from windows. Turn around, don't drown. Do not walk, swim, or drive through floodwaters. Prepare now. Sign up for your community's early warning system, the Emergency Alert System, EAS, and National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, Weather Radio will also provide emergency alerts. If you are at risk for flash flooding, watch for warning signs such as heavy rain. Practice going to a designated safe shelter for high winds. Based on your location and community plans, make your own plans for evacuation or sheltering in place. Gather needed supplies for at least 3 days. Keep in mind each person's specific needs, including medication. Don't forget the needs of pets. Keep important documents in a safe place or create password-protected digital copies. When a hurricane is 36 hours from arriving, turn on your TV or radio in order to get the latest weather updates and emergency instructions. Restock your emergency preparedness kit. Include food and water sufficient for at least 3 days, medications, a flashlight, batteries, cash, and first aid supplies. Plan how to communicate with family members if you lose power. Remember that during disasters, sending text messages is usually reliable and faster than making phone calls. When a hurricane is still 36 hours from arriving, review your evacuation zone, evacuation route and shelter locations. Plan with your family. You may have to leave quickly, so plan ahead. Keep your car in good working condition and keep the gas tank full. Stock your vehicle with emergency supplies and a change of clothes. When a hurricane is 18 to 36 hours from arriving, bookmark your city or county website for quick access to storm updates and emergency instructions. Bring loose, lightweight objects inside that could become projectiles in high winds. For example, patio furniture, garbage cans. Anchor objects that would be unsafe to bring inside. For example, propane tanks. Trim or remove trees close enough to fall on the building. Cover all of your home's windows. Permanent storm shutters offer the best protection. A second option is to board up windows with plywood, cut to fit, and ready to install. When the hurricane is 6 to 18 hours from arriving, charge your cell phone now so you will have a full battery. If you're not evacuating, plan to stay at home or where you are and let friends and family know where you are. Close storm shutters and stay away from windows. Flying glass from broken windows could injure you. Turn your refrigerator or freezer to the coldest setting and open only when necessary. Keep a thermometer in the refrigerator to be able to check the food temperature when the power is restored. Check for weather updates every 30 minutes in order to get the latest emergency instructions. During the hurricane, if told to evacuate, do so immediately. Do not drive around barricades. If trapped in a building by flooding, go to the highest level of the building, but do not climb into a closed attic. You may become trapped by rising floodwater. Listen for current emergency information and instructions. Use a generator or other gasoline-powered machinery outdoors only and away from windows. Do not walk, swim, or drive through floodwaters. Turn around, don't drown. Just 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock you down, and 1 foot of moving water can sweep your vehicle away. Stay off of bridges over fast-moving water. After a hurricane, listen to authorities for information and special instructions. Be careful during cleanup. Wear protective clothing and work with someone else. Do not touch electrical equipment if it is wet or if you are standing in water. If it is safe to do so, turn off electricity at the main breaker or fuse box to prevent electric shock. After a hurricane, avoid wading in floodwaters which can contain dangerous debris. Underground or down power lines can also electrically charge the water. Save phone calls for emergencies. Phone systems are often down and busy after a disaster. Use text messages or social media to communicate with family and friends.